All right, how's it going, everyone? Today we're going to try out this new premium nib in the Kaweco student pen. And as you can see, it scribbles very satisfyingly, very nice. Hey, my name is Peter. Today's video is sponsored by APEALZ. Cool fabric stickers. Stick it, remove it, and reuse it. They have a gift-giving giveaway going right now. Register with your email to enter. No purchase necessary. 20 people will be selected to receive a $25 gift card. Plus, any of the create your own appeals are 20% off right now. You can see I have some of my own art on this sticker. Just upload it to the website, ship it to yourself, decorate your life. Right, so you can see I've got 3 of these pens right here, actually 4 of these new Kaweco student pens, which are supposed to be kind of nostalgic, I think, to the history. Look, when I first started getting into fountain pens, it was a new, exciting, different thing for me because fountain pens seemed so much different and kind of old-fashioned, and there was some exciting novelty to it, right? But I started seeing a trend, mostly from German commenters. Love all of you, by the way, people were like, Peter, why are you so excited about these fountain pens? We had to use these all the time in school. You know, they made us write with them. And so maybe that's what this is kind of supposed to be sort of a callback to. They're called student pens. I don't know. Is this what y'all's pens used to look like when you had to use them in school? I don't know. They do look kind of cool, but they're also, as you can see here, I have my the new Gold Spot magazine came out, by the way. By the way, if you got it, you might notice that I was featured in an article here. I'll post a link in the description. It's a pretty interesting read, well written. They have an online version of it, so check the description for that if you want to read it. And then I think this is good eye candy, by the way, if you just like looking at different pens. It's dangerous, but fun. I think up here, I saw these. Oh yeah, here we are, Kaweco Student. As you can see, they have different themed names for different decades. This one is the 30s Blues Berry. Here we have the 60s Swing Green, the 70s Soul, and the 20s Jazz Brown. I didn't really do those in correct chronological order, but you get the idea. Now these pens come like this. You unsheath it, you pop it open, and your pen is in a cool little thing in here. They're also promoting these premium nibs right now that come in these cool silver cases. And your nib comes in this nice little foam slot. So I've got 2 of these nibs installed. I'm trying to figure out what the difference is between them. Obviously, this is just a ballpoint variant of the pen. Just there's a little twist action there, and it does its ballpoint thing and blue ink. Blah. And then here we have our 2 premium nibs, which I've already installed. They do install very easily. I will admit, I was very pleased by how easily they install. I'm going to get ink on my hands, but you just kind of grip and twist. They're threaded on the back here. Usually you do this before they're inked up so you don't get ink on your fingers like I just did. These 2 nibs are the premium ones. They cost a lot, like 45 bucks, I think. Now these were all sent to me for free. Okay, the pens, the nibs. Kaweco's like, hey, you want to try out some pens? And of course I was like, I love trying out pens. These have the sunburst pattern on them, and they say premium on them, which is, it's so premium. I guess the idea is that they're steel nibs. They're supposed to give the vibe and the quality and the experience, the pleasure of a gold nib. Okay? And then in the description, there's something about just the more time and handcraftedness and hands-onness that goes into each nib that makes it more expensive. I'm not entirely convinced because I've spent some time writing with both nibs. When these 3 pens came, they all had standard nibs in them, fine, medium, and bold. but they also ship separately two medium premium nibs. So I swapped them out. Now I have 3 medium nibs, 2 different premium nibs. So I can do a simple, easy, like fair comparison, I feel like, right? I can write with both premium nib and then the one standard nib, and they feel pretty similar, to be honest. They all feel great, I'll say that. And then if you look at the description of them, it's something about, there's something about an iridium grain, and the tips are hand polished and all this kind of stuff. And I'm like, $45 is a lot, but if you look up their actual gold nibs, because there are gold nibs, and it's a popular thing to make gold out of, but a lot of those are $200, so I'm not sure. I don't know. Maybe it's acceptable that this doesn't give you an actual gold nib feeling, because then who would buy their $100 or $200 gold nibs if this was actually the same? I think this premium one that looks golden is maybe gold plated, and then this premium one that looks silvery is just kind of chromed. They're both steel though, but the funny thing is, the standard one is also steel, so is it just given less attention than the premium ones? Are they admitting that they slack off on the standard one? They don't try very hard, or what's going on here? Maybe it just comes down to how much time and effort they put into nibs, and they just know they would have to charge more if they put as much time and effort as they did into these premium ones, because they said like the nibs, the tips are like hand rounded and stuff like that. And there's lots of blogs out there that go into the details of what all this is, and they show like microscopic views of the nibs. And so basically I just want to draw with them. Anyways, as far as the rest of the pen goes, I actually like how they feel. Before this, my favorite Kweiko pens were like the Kweiko Sports, and I think these premium nibs do fit in like the Sport AL. The threading fits in there, so that's cool. I actually might take some of these premium nibs out, because let's try it. I think I have it right here. I'm curious now. These don't come with pistons, but I've filled the little empty cartridges they come with. They come with a blue cartridge off obviously, which is awful, but I used a syringe to fill these little empty cartridges that they also come with. What was I going to do? Oh yeah, I was going to see if this premium nib fits in the Kweiko AL Sport. I'm not going to draw out the Sport. I just want to see if it fits, if it's transferable. Oh yeah, that fits in there very snug and nice. I'm making a terrible mess. I mean, I like the premium nibs, but I've been comparing the standard and the premium, and it's not like some life-changing difference. In fact, it's an almost unnoticeable difference. But if it's a difference, I was reading some blog, some UK fountain pen blog or something, and their opinion was that it all comes down to quality control. Like there's higher quality control with the premium pens. But what I want to say is that as a whole, the student pens, at first I was a little skeptical, because it's like they look a little old fashioned, not that exciting. Like, I don't know, I kind of like the different size and shape of these. And they look kind of plasticky too, but the plastic feels solid enough. They don't feel like they're going to break. And even though it is a little old fashioned, maybe the gold highlights kind of liven it up and make it exciting. Plus I like the colors they've chosen, especially this green one and the orange one. And I mean, it looks great when it's all covered in ink smudges. I'm sure that I'm wiping more on instead of off. Don't worry, it'll come off. I'll clean it off before I start drawing. Ew, I'm making it gross. But I like the gold highlights. It looks good. And it feels solid. And I like the number of twists to twist it off, twist it on. It feels snug there. The cap feels good on the back. Just as a whole, it feels good in your hand. And you can draw with the cap on or off, unlike the Quico Sport, which you have to put the cap on the back because it's so tiny. But this is, I don't know, it just feels good. I was surprised by how much I liked it because I was a little skeptical. At least it's not boring, old-fashioned torpedo or cigar-shaped pen. I'm just a little bit tired of those. That's probably my least favorite pen shape. I mean, I don't hate all those pens. And I really, really, really apologize for making this pen so dirty, but it actually looks kind of cool when it's all filthy like this. It has a little bit of personality or attitude or something. I'm not sure. All right, let's draw though. Into the sketchbook we go. Premium nib, student pen style. Okay, page 2 in the sketchbook. Pretty exciting mostly because page 1 is out of the way, which is a great feeling. Also, this time I am going to go ahead and someone in the previous video told me that when you add a page to a page that like attaches to it and folds out, it's called a fly page apparently. So we're adding another fly page to this one. I like it. It's like a little extension, and I like that the fly page can be like a different size, different shape, even a different material. Like this paper I added I added near the end because I don't really know until near the end of the drawing which direction I want to go, really. But this piece of paper I added was the pen, the ink feathered and bled a lot more. The paper quality was different, and so the lines were a lot bigger and thicker. And I feel like at some point in my life and some point in my artistic journey that would have bothered me, like, oh no, it's ruined sort of deal. But now it's just kind of like, oh, that's interesting. I like how that's like different, and it's better to be in a place where you can just like kind of embrace it, enjoy it. And I was in a good place when I was drawing this picture because, it's good when you get there because I was just like sitting there drawing and I felt wonderful thinking, wow, I can do no wrong. Okay. Well, as far as the art goes, at least, right? And I was sitting there thinking that because sometimes when you start getting into drawing, getting into art, you start learning about it. You start looking up like some art theory and stuff like that. And a lot of that stuff can start to take the joy out of art away from you, right? Because you start learning about things like even simple things like balance and line weight or texture, composition, right? And these are all wonderful things that can really help you if you start incorporating them and using them in your drawings, your paintings, or whatever you're doing, right? They're all good. They're all useful. I'm not saying they're not good, but sometimes they can start weighing you down and they start holding you back more than they're helping you, right? So at this point, there were a few points of this drawing where I was just pushing all that out of my all of that out of my mind, and I just felt so good thinking, I can draw anything. It was just so liberating to know and tell myself I can literally put these lines anywhere in any combination, and it's okay. Like, there's nothing bad or wrong or incorrect about any combination of lines I put here, and it's all very fun. And I don't know if any of that makes sense to any of you, but for me, it's very relaxing and fun, and I had a great time doing it. And then it was more towards the end of the drawing, maybe like I think I've talked about this phenomenon before, but towards the end of the drawing, I was like, oh, this kind of looks like a mouth. And that's when I added the head extension on top with the eyes and stuff. But at the beginning there, for the first half, at least of the drawing, it was just kind of like an abstract clump of lines, me just scribbling away, enjoying the fact that I could do anything. It's like some sort of drawing. I feel like in the little finite world of that paper and the lines on that paper, it's like having infinite powers in that little space. I like it. I like it a lot. Also, lately I've been enjoying the weather getting a little bit cooler. Been going on walks and actually been, able to wear like hoodies and wear a hoodie or a jacket in the morning. I love hoodies. I love jackets, sweatshirts, of course, pants. Of course I wear. I know I'm a big pants fan, but on my walks, I actually have been wearing shorts and stuff during the summer, which is a big transition for me to wear shorts, really, for anything. I mean, there have been a lot of summers in my life where I still wore pants, but I've been wearing some shorts, mostly because I, wanted to get some sunshine on them, soak up some vitamin D. But now I'm enjoying the sweater weather again. Sometimes I wonder how much of my enjoyment and embracing the life of hoodies and jackets and wanting to be able to wear them all the time, even like indoors and stuff. And I know it's cozy. But I think some part of it goes back to me being a little bit insecure with my body. Like it covers up the shape of my body a little bit when you wear a hoodie, right? I feel like maybe I'd be more comfortable with just sitting around in a t-shirt. I don't know. I feel like lately, maybe in like the past 10 years or so, I've put on a few pounds. I don't think I'm fat, but maybe I've grown into my t-shirts some and they started being a little bit more snug fitting, especially when you sit down, your belly pooches out a little bit. And it's just, I don't know. I'm like, I'd be more comfortable if I could wear a hoodie. And then all of that isn't so obvious. But I mean, I know it's not a big deal. But I guess when it comes to being comfortable, I guess part of being comfortable is not everyone seeing that, but maybe it's like a shortcut to comfort, because ultimately being truly comfortable would just being comfortable with my own body and not caring if someone saw that I had a slight belly, right? I don't know. There's something there. I haven't quite reached it. Hopefully I will one day. But I've still been going on a walk every day. I walk about 3 miles every day. I don't know if it's actually 3 miles. It takes me about 45 minutes, I think. I listen to audiobooks and stuff. How fast do people walk? No, 45 miles. 45 minutes, 3 miles? That would be a really fast walk, wouldn't it? I don't know. Anyways, I enjoy the walking. I walk mostly during the daytime now. Before I knew I was talking, I told you some stories about how I was walking at nighttime. I mostly walk during the daytime now, unless I was too busy during the day. Then sometimes I walk at night. Oh, but also with the weather, I feel like this year the trees have been more vibrant in their color changing than I can remember. Maybe it's just because new memories are fresher and more vibrant memories, but I almost feel like in some previous years, I specifically remember thinking, wow, fall wasn't so vibrant this year. Or maybe I just wasn't outside, or maybe I wasn't around the trees, or there could have been some other extenuating circumstances, or maybe there is some sort of, alignment of natural things, like combination of, warm or cold weather, moisture or humidity, or something that makes trees change at the same time or be more or less colorful, right? But this year, at least around me, the trees have been so pretty with the oranges and yellows and reds. They've been so bright, and I've been loving it. It's been beautiful. And I don't know, it seems like typically that's something that's, you have to go to like, what's that place up in Maine? Or it's like some Acadia National Park or something. Some places, they like hinge all of their tourism on the pretty fall trees, but it's happening here, right around me. I just go for a walk, open my eyes, soak it all in. It's beautiful. So nice. All right, let me know what you think of this drawing and what the caption should be. For me, I think the caption is something like, but really a lot more louder and like I'm screaming. Or maybe it's something like trying to talk, and these are all how it all comes out when it's not how you meant it, or I don't know. I'm open. It's open to interpretations. It's not supposed to mean one specific thing. That's why I don't usually title my drawings, because I don't usually go into it with one specific drawing. I mean, one specific idea. I feel like it's a little bit, I don't know if dishonest is the right word, but to give a drawing one specific title is narrowing it down too much when I went into it very openly, right? Anyways, see you later. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Hope there's some pretty trees near you. Of course, you could be in the southern hemisphere, and that means in the southern hemisphere, do the trees change near you and when it's spring here? It's fun to think about. Some places, when I used to live in the Philippines, the trees, there was like no discernible fall or autumn, and the trees would all just randomly change on their own personal cycles. They just, whenever they felt like it. So we could never get any really big leaf piles going because it was only like one tree's worth at a time. Anyways, all right. Bye, everyone.